I made predictions at the start of the year for F3 this year, and with the season now finished, now is a great time for me to be... This is going to be my first ever unscripted video, so you're getting my raw, live reaction to my predictions I made 6-7 months ago, which I haven't looked at since uploading it. Oh, and I was contemplating doing a face reveal face cam for this video as a 2,000 subscriber special, but as you can tell I decided against that. But one day I will face reveal, you all have my word. Anyway, enough waffling and into the video now. My F3 2025 predictions, so going from last to first. In 30th will be the third AIX Mystery Unknown somewhat full-time driver. I mean, I don't even know what this means. AIX had what, like 8 drivers this year? That's insane when you think about it. They actually went into this season with 2 drivers. This is like IndyCar levels. This is like 2024 Dale Queen Racing. That was insane from AIX. What a absolutely ridiculous team they were this year. 29th will be Nicola Mariangeli. Oh, ignore the pronunciation. Oh, I got that bang on. Mariangeli was 29th out of all the full-time drivers. He was low when you factor in all the other temporary drivers that he somehow managed to finish below. But Mariangeli, who was easily the worst driver, actually not easily, but he was the worst driver by far this year. I got that bang on. Who would have thought? He was absolutely shocking. 28th, Josh Dufek. Oh, look, I can factor in at the time some drivers that would leave midway through the season, like Dufek. I mean, yeah, he left midway through the championship. Got this one wrong. 27th, Javier Sagrera. Oh, again, I wasn't. How was I meant to factor in drivers like Sagrera and Dufek who would be leaving halfway through the championship? I mean, this was ridiculous anyway. He hadn't raced in 3 years, Sagrera, and he just randomly spawned into F3. So. Yeah, he was going to be terrible anyway, probably. Guerrera, 26th, Christian Ho. Oh, this is quite bad. Oh, why did I do this to Christian Ho at the start of the year? Oh, I deeply apologise to all the Christian Ho fans out there and Christian Ho himself. I was really surprised by him this year. I actually kind of rate Ho now. Next year, if he comes back to F3 and joins a serious team, I reckon he'll be showing people his actual talent. He'll be good next year. He was actually 21st and the best Dams driver. So, yeah, I got that massively wrong, predicting him to be 26th and the last Dams driver. 25th, Ivan Dominguez. Oh no, Dominguez was 19th. I was still pretty far off. I mean, it's not a massive difference. He wasn't great this year, apart from the random podium he got. But apart from that, he wasn't really anywhere. Wasn't great from Dominguez. 24th, Gerard G. Oh, that's a bad one. I really, really overestimated Gerard G's ability. 24th, he was down in 27th. Gerard G was terrible. His teammate was up in 5th, and he's down. Yeah, Gerard G. I really overestimated his abilities there. 23rd, Nicolas Lecourt. Oh, this is a bad one. That's a bad one as well. I really overestimated Lecourt as well. Lecourt was 28th. Out of the full-time drivers, 0 points and 1 race ban, and I thought he'd be this high up. That's shame on me. 22nd, Matthias. Zagazzetta was 23rd. I wasn't a million miles away, but I mean, realistically, still a pretty terrible year from Zagazzetta. Very bad year, really. So it wasn't that far off. That was an alright prediction. Zagazzetta, 21st, Santiago. I didn't have as much faith in Ramos as I should have, maybe. I mean, I wasn't that far off. He was 15th. How did Ramos actually win 2 races this year? He seemed pretty bad, but then just randomly, the dog in him just came out, you know? He actually won 2 races and finished 15th and missed the final round as well. Quickly, can everyone subscribe, please, right now? Thank you. 20th, Tassanapol. Oh no, this could be the worst one all video. 20th for Inthra, and he was actually 7th. I mean, this wasn't a million miles away before the final round of Monza, but he jumped like 7-8 places and from just the final round alone, thanks to the feature race win. Actually, his form at the end of the season was crazy. He won a few races in the final few rounds, but yeah, I really, really underestimated Inthra. 19th, Bruno Del Pino. Where was Del Pino actually? He was 22nd. I wasn't a million miles away with Del Pino. But yeah, again, still a pretty poor from the nephew of Pedro de la Rosa. No, who was actually the nephew of Pedro de la Rosa. 18th, Theophile. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I already kind of knew this because this is the automatic thumbnail that YouTube put on this video of the short. I mean, I butchered the pronunciation as well with Theophile Nile. I apologise to him, his fans. That's bad. If Mr. Nile ever sees this is a bad prediction. I should have had more faith in him. I actually really rate him after this year now. I mean, I have to after how little I backed him at the start of this year. He was 8th in the end. Nile was, and the third best rookie. Nile is that guy. He has the minerals, you know. Nile, 17th, Roman Belinsky. Oh, and again, I really didn't have faith in Belinsky. Belinsky really surprised me this year. He was 11th overall. He was actually much better than I thought he was. He was the best Rodin driver, for God's sake, and I underestimated him this much. Yeah, apologies to Mr. Belinsky. This is a bad one. Roman was actually, he was really good. He even got a race win. Roman Belinsky, this is an apology. 16th, James Wharton. Oh, this is going to be James Wharton finished 18th in the end, so this isn't. I mean, what a fall off for ART. They used to have drivers like Pourchaire and Martins. The car used to be, at the front. They used to fight for wins and championships, but now this is just kind of like an average ART kind of performance. What a fall from grace from the French team. 15th, Brando Badoa. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, that's a bad one. I had way too much faith in Badoa. Oh, dearie me. He actually finished 24th. He only scored points on 3 occasions. Badoa was so bad this year. He was terrible. I mean, the Premier in general was just so bad. Maybe it has something to do with them going to IndyCar, so I don't know. This is like, my little conspiracy theory moment here, but maybe that's it. But Premier was so bad, and I actually had faith in Badoa to finish that high up. Oh my God, he was pretty bad. Pretty bad. He was terrible. 14th, Mary Boyer. Oh, that's a bad one again. Boyer in 14th. I thought Boyer in his third year would kind of do the same thing he did in his first and second. That's a bad one again. Boyer actually was third in the end, so putting him this far down, that's a huge disrespect. He also joined the Aston Martin development program driver team, which is like a career dead end. That nothing's ever going to come of that, but yeah, that's a bad one for Mary Boyer. I really had no faith in him. 13th, Charlie Vert. Oh, I'm distracted by my flipping editing here. This is some bad. Look at this, just black space at the top here. But Vert's, he was actually 13th. I got that bang on. What a prediction. It's not really anything to be proud of. Vert's was pretty bad this year. I mean, his 2 rookie teammates finished miles ahead of him, and Vert's didn't really do much all year, really, did he? He wasn't really anywhere. He kind of just existed. 12th, Alessandro Giusti. Oh, that's not a million. Giusti was 10th in the end. There wasn't a million miles away. That's quite good. I was really impressed by Giusti this year. He was actually pretty good. He was really good. I mean, I reckon next year if he returns, he'll be a lot better next year. Top 5, 6. I'm saying I back Giusti. I reckon he is that guy. 11th, Noah Strom. Oh, I should have had more faith in Noah Stromstead. Actually, this is a bit of a criminal prediction. He was racing for Trident, and I thought he would finish 11th. That's like where Fornaroli finished in his first season. Stromstead he's a great driver. After 2025, I back him a lot more. He's a good driver. He finished 6th overall. He got a win. His season just doesn't look as good compared to his teammate Camara, so I'd just like to quickly announce that I've just created a Twitter account so I can spread more truth and chat to more of you. So everyone, go and follow. Breaking into the top 10 now, so 10th will be Lauren. Again, I wasn't that far off. Actually, I was pretty spot on. He got 12th in the end, Van Hoopen. I mean, it was just it was just a stagnated year, really. He didn't really improve from his rookie year, which I was really impressed by his rookie year. I didn't expect that from him last year, so I expected, at least top 10 from Van Hoopen, but 12th and beaten by his rookie teammate. He was underwhelming, Lawrence Van Hoopen. Let's be real here. I think he is moving up to F2 with Trident, isn't he, from Baku? So I don't even know what that means for this video. Lawrence Van Hoopen, 9th, Martinius Stenshorn. Yeah, I was kind of far off on this one. Stenshorn was 5th, but I don't know, I wasn't really that moved by Stenson this year. Is that a bit crazy to say? I wasn't really moved by him. I expected a bit more because his rookie year, like, I thought it was alright, and then you look, he was actually 18th, which is pretty bad, and his teammate Browning was all the way up there. But this year, Stenson, I'm pretty sure he just spawned in 5th and just stayed there the whole entire year. I don't remember him ever being higher or lower. He was just always 5th. He finished 5th in the end. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't that crazily moved by Stenson in this prediction. I was pretty far off anyway, 4 places, but yeah.
Sean, 8th, Ugo Ugachuk.
Oh, this is a bad one. Oh dear. Ugo Chukwu, he finished 16th, double that. That is, that's bad. None of us knew how bad Prema would be this year, and who would have thought Ugo Chukwu, who's had a very decorated karting career, he's been Macau Grand Prix winner, for God's sake. Thought he'd be outside the top 10 and down in 16th, but here we are. Crazy world we live in. Actually, ever since he stripped his car of the McLaren livery, he was actually a lot quicker. I thought it was just like some massive like conspiracy theory excuse he was using, going, oh yeah, it's the paint on the car, guys. But apparently it actually was, and he was actually a lot quicker after. He just couldn't really convert his pace into actual results, and he's down in 16th. Still the highest Prema driver, but yeah, pretty poor year again from the American.
7th, Tim Tram.
This is so close yet kind of so far away still. Where was he in? Tramnitz was 4th in the end, just outside the top 3. I kind of thought towards the end he should be pushing towards the top 3, and he just missed out. I think he had a poor run at the end, but 7th from Tramnitz, I really didn't have that much faith in him. Looking back, I should have predicted a bit higher for him.
Tramnitz, 6th, Tuka Tappan.
Oh yeah, I had way too much confidence in the ART. I had way too much hope in it. He was actually down in 9th, which is still pretty good. He actually had a really good year. I really was impressed by Tappanen. I felt like he was played by bad luck often, which could just be me having a selective memory, but it was still a good year from Tappanen, just not quite 6th.
And 5th, Nolan.
Oh, this is bad. Okay. Oh, is this the worst one on the video? This is one of the worst. His rookie year really sold me dreams. I thought, after his rookie year at Van Amersfoort, I thought he was that guy, because he finished in like the top 10. Did he win a race as well? He did really well in a Van Amersfoort in his rookie year, which is very similar to Niall, but I reckon Niall's actually that guy. But Leon, this is poor. I thought he was that guy, he used to race in the Red Bull Junior team, but 5th, he actually was down in 17th. That's bad. The Prema this year was so bad, so quite unlucky for Noel Leon, but how was I this far off?
Leon, 4th, Luisha.
Oh no. Oh, I just thought the Leon one was one of the worst, but this could be the worst. He wasn't 4th, he was 24th. Oh no, he was 25th, my bad, he was 25th. Oh my god. This was fairly... before the season, I actually had really big hopes on Rodin. They'd actually get their act together under the new regulations and the new car. I thought he'd actually be that guy this year. Look, he didn't he win British F4 and GB3 back to back, and he was coming into F3 at a strong looking team, but no, Rodin weren't really that team. They became more of a midfield team this year, lower midfield actually I'd say, but they didn't really move me like I thought they would. And Sharp, he was just pretty terrible. His other teammates were okay, but Louis was just nowhere. I don't think he scored points after Monaco, so I was really let down by him this year. But next year, everyone invest your stocks in Louis Sharp.
The top 3 now.
Okay, this is quite a good one then. He was actually vice champion. He was runner-up. And he almost finished 3rd. If Boyer just outscored him... Actually, no, Boyer was runner-up going into the final round? I don't know, but if Boyer did better than Solov in Monza, then he would have actually been 3rd and I would have got this spot on. But yeah, it was a good year from Solov. It was very good, actually. As good a year as he can almost have. If he'd won the championship, then it'd be as good as he could. But beating Rafa Cromara this year would have taken some beating. But I was impressed by Solov after 2 pretty mediocre years. Actually, it wasn't even mediocre. His first year was terrible.
So in 3rd will be Nikola Solov. Runner-up will be Rafael.
I keep on getting distracted. I really edited this badly. God, look at this empty black space at the top. Anyway, Kamara in second. I just remembered who I put in first. I'll get on to that in a second, but that's bad. But Kamara in second, I mean, he really, I mean, I don't think anyone predicted he'd win the championship by this much. He led it from Australia, didn't even look back. He never was under threat. Apart from when in Austria, because Kamara, he finished he finished in the points probably. He always finished in the points in the feature races, but he finished fairly low in the points. And Solov went and won the feature race, probably got fastest lap. Oh, and from pole position, and I feel like he was actually relatively close, but he was only then disqualified a few hours later, and it all meant nothing. So yeah, he blitzed the championship, Kamara. I mean, winning it with a spare round to go is insane at this level. This prediction is pretty far off when you think about it.
El Camera, and the champion will be Callum Voisin.
Oh no. Could any of you tell that I really had hope in the Rodin car this year? Oh, that is a bad one. Voisin was actually 14th. He got worse from his first year. I mean, in his first year, he went and won a feature race. I thought he'd actually be the guy this year, but just didn't really connect for him. I mean, I still really highly rate Voisin, but yeah, he sold me a dream after that podium in Bahrain in the second round. I thought he'd actually go on and challenge at the front every week, but that was never really the case. And for all of you that were following my weekly predictions I post on my YouTube and on my Twitter, shout out to you guys, because probably a lot of you saw that every week for the F3 predictions, I was basically predicting Voisin to do pretty well, and he rarely ever made it up to me. So, God, what a bleak ending to this prediction.
So here is the full table of all my predictions I made at the beginning of the year. I think you all need to show me massive respect for predicting Nicola Marinangeli, Charlie Wirtz correctly, but let's just ignore most of these here. Please do let me know how my first unscripted video went, as, well, I've got plans in the future to maybe do live stream watch-alongs, so all the feedback would be great. So with all that being said, do follow and message me on Twitter, and also do leave a like and subscribe here, and I'll see you all later.